Welcome back to our interview series. In this episode, I'm chatting with Emma and we are in Melbourne.
Welcome.
Well, so firstly, we're going off script just to start with, but last night we found out some very exciting news. Emma's finalist for all three categories that she entered in the Australian Hair Industry Awards. Tell us a little bit about your experience shooting your collection.
I'm so shocked. I was so shocked. I can't believe that I'm a finalist in all three.
All three, baby.
What the hell? I've never done a collection before, and that was something I always wanted to do. So when I decided to do it this year, I'm so happy I did it. Glad it's paying off, and I'm so excited for the awards night in June.
Yay! So we're going to do a quick fire round. I'm just going to, it'll either be a question or this or that, and you just quickly tell me your answer.
Okay, I'm ready.
What's your coffee order?
Almond latte.
Foils or freehand?
Foils.
Favourite hair product you can't live without?
Session label, the serum.
Oh,
You can put it on wet hair, dry hair, no hair, your hands.
Moisturiser. Schwarzkopf Session Label serum.
Schwarzkopf Session label, the serum.
Sunrise at the beach or sunset cocktails?
Sunrise.
Blondes or brunettes?
Blondes.
Curls or straight? In between?
In between.
Pasta or pizza?
Pasta.
Flats or heels?
Flats all day long.
I mean, we're complete opposites.
I'm short, but I'm not that committed to being taller.
Summer fashion or winter fashion?
Winter.
Hot or cold coffee?
Depends on the weather.
Your alcoholic drink order?
Any cocktail that's got rum in it. Or
You're like a pina colada girly.
I like an amaretto and Coke. Do you know what that is?
No.
I sound like I know what I'm
Amaretto
talking about, but I don't. Yeah, like Di Serrano. Oh my god, you need to try it, Steph. We'll get
one tonight.
We'll get one tonight. Oh my god, yeah, we're going out tonight. We'll get one tonight.
Favourite Melbourne restaurant?
I really like Squire's Loft in South Yarra for a steak.
Go-to finishing product in the salon?
Dry texture spray and the sparkler shine spray. And sometimes I just spray it straight onto my hands.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
what brought you from Ireland all the way to Melbourne?
Well, I obviously grew up in Ireland, and then I did my training in Ireland as well. But then after 2 years of training, I decided to move to the UK. So I was actually in the UK for 4 years before coming here. Just wanted. I wasn't ready to go back to Ireland yet because it's quiet. I think eventually I will end up there. I needed an adventure. So
And how big is the town that you're from?
tiny. Smaller than Horsham.
I'm like complaining how small Horsham is, and then when you said how many people are from where you're from, I was like, wow,
Yeah,
I have nothing to complain about.
whenever I first met you and you were speaking about like your little country town and like everyone there is like, I was picturing like this tiny place like tumbleweeds. And then you're like, the population's like 22 or 25,000 or something. I'm like, where I'm from is like 2,000 people.
That's wild. Well, I'm glad that you came to Melbourne.
So
What do you love most about living in Australia?
the lifestyle. I think there's a really good work-life balance in Australia. A lot of people in Ireland or the UK, they just live to work. Whereas in Australia, you work to live. There's so much going on every night of the week, every evening, and it's not just going out to bars and stuff. There's so many.
It's actually activities that are
Activities,
fun.
yeah.
that aren't revolved around
Yeah.
alcohol or going out.
Yeah.
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 That's what I loved about Melbourne when I lived here.
Yeah. You don't have to wait till the weekend to be able to do something.
Yeah.
There's something on every night.
Something that people might not know about you.
I'm really not that interesting. I wish I had some groundbreaking bomb to drop here, but I'm just going to be honest.
If you weren't a hairdresser, what would you be?
If I wasn't a hairdresser, I think I'd be something still creative, but I've always kind of been into architecture.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what in school, when I finished school, that's what I applied to do in university. But obviously I knew that I was going to be a hairdresser and then just kind of applied to that to keep my school happy. Yeah. But I've always been really into design.
Houses.
Like that's what my dad designs structures, and I've always been fascinated with what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to build my own house.
Yeah.
All of that kind of thing. So probably something in.
Yeah, that's a really cool job.
Construction or
Been a part of the St Kilda Salon for 2 years now. What's been a highlight for you?
The whole thing has just been a big whirlwind, because I came over here thinking that I would have a little break from not a break from the hair industry, but I wanted to come over here and live my life in Australia for a couple of years and not focus too much on my career till afterwards. But I've done the complete opposite. I've come over and had so many opportunities through the salon.
Yeah. You've kicked some big goals.
Yeah, I have, and I'm so happy I have. Yeah, obviously go to hair festival every year. We were main stage last year. I've done 2 fashion weeks. And the collection, it's been crazy. So yeah, just all of the stuff that's the hair industry, but outside of the salon, that I wouldn't have normally done.
How would you describe the vibe of the St Kilda Salon?
Super chilled. So we work one-on-one with our clients, and it's just me most of the time in the salon when Steph's in Horsham. So a lot of my clients, it's perfect for them if they want to come in and work. Yeah. A lot of my clients during the week, they'll just have their laptop, they'll do their thing, I'm doing my thing, just kind of chilled music on. It's very relaxed. It's not like sensory overload. It's super, super chill. I love it.
What's one of your favourite kind of transformations to work on in the salon?
Recently I've actually been loving everyone that is going more natural.
Yeah.
So I love when someone that is so blonde, riddled with blonde dysmorphia, comes in and says, I want to be a little bit darker. But they don't actually mean darker. They mean, I still want to be blonde, but not as blonde as I am now. I'm loving turning these really bright, crazy bright blondes into warmer, more natural. Because I think for a long time, blondes were, I think their idea of a successful result at blonde was just as blonde as possible, whether it suited them or not. So I'm so happy that people are actually taking into consideration that their natural or something closer to their natural actually suits them better.
Yeah. And they're feeling a lot more comfortable to utilise the warmer tones and their natural tones as well.
And it's lower maintenance.
Yeah. Because some people have such beautiful natural colours, but they're scared of it.
Yeah.
How do you like the one-on-one setup versus a traditional salon kind of structure?
I love it. Suits me down to the ground.
Have you been in a salon before that's done that, or is this your first salon?
This is my first salon that's done that. And as a bit of a perfectionist, it's nice to have the time to do the things that you previously would have wanted to do but didn't have the time to do it. So not only is it like a nicer experience as a stylist when you're just working with one client, it's not stressful. You are also getting the best results you can in the time because you're using every minute you have with that client. So I love it.
Assisted me on lots of workshops, and you've been to lots of events with me. What's been one of your favourite moments so far?
I think Fashion Week last year with you It was my first experience of Fashion Week, and then the two of us getting to go together. It's just so exciting, like the buzz, the hair, the makeup, the stylists, the cameras. It was crazy. The complete opposite of what's usually our day-to-day life in the salon, but it was so fun.
And I remember that week was busy, and I had a workshop on the Monday, and then we were like flying to Sydney, and I think we had
the retreat.
Yes, we had the retreat, and then I wasn't going to go because I'm like, no, I'll be too tired, and Emma's like, sleep when you're dead. I was like, okay, I'll come.
Sleep when you're dead.
I'm like, all right, I'll come. But yeah, this year, unfortunately, I thought I'd make an executive decision not to do Fashion Week just because I can't be everywhere, unfortunately. But it looks like you had an incredible time and did an incredible job, so thanks for going and repping.
Of course, my pleasure.
Is there a trend or technique that you're really loving right now?
Yes. This is more so with styling.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, when they come into the salon, they're asked, how do you want your hair styled afterwards? They'll either say straight or curly.
Yeah.
What I'm loving right now is trying to get my client to think a little bit, not even outside of the box, but just outside of straight or curly, using different techniques, different blow waving techniques, whether it's just a bouncy blow dry or a wave using a different technique where it's not just brushing out your curls afterwards to make it look wavy, but using the straighteners to do the actual wiggly wave.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your video. Yeah.
My video. Oh, my video. That's what I like doing.
That's cool. And I think it's good because, it's nice to do something different at the end of the service rather than, like you said, just straight or curly.
Yeah,
like
you
can have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do something that they wouldn't usually do at home either. Yeah. Do you have any advice for international stylists wanting to move to like Melbourne or in Australia?
Do it. Just do it. Just opens your eyes a little bit more to that the hair industry just isn't in Europe. I think Australian hairdressers think that everything originates in Europe.
That's what we're told.
Yeah. Australia has an amazing hair industry.
Yeah.
And I think they need to start owning it.
If you could style one celebrity's hair, who would it be?
Joe Jonas. That's it.
Her obsession with Joe is like my obsession with Ed Sheeran.
Just so many opportunities with that hair. Sorry, Liam. He knows.
My drives to Melbourne, like I literally listen to Ed Sheeran the whole time.
And I'd like to say that I listen to Joe Jonas too,
but
I don't.
Okay, so we have different obsessions.
Yeah.
Who's the second person, celebrity that you would like to style?
I would like to get my hands on Kim Kardashian's hair because I'd like to see what's going on there.
Same.
It's colour. I'd love to see what the actual condition of Kim Kardashian's hair is because that's been through so much.
Yeah.
Just like whether purely because
is she a full-time wig girly? But just from
Chloe's.
Yeah. It's amazing what they do with the wigs and wefts and everything like that. Like it's incredible, but it would be cool to see. And I know like in the shows, like you do get to see snippets of when they're in the glam room and you're like, oh wow, like holy shit.
I did see one where they had literally extensions
all the
right
up to the part
literally
line.
The part line. I was like, how does, fair play, but yeah, I'd love to get my hands just because I'm curious to see what her actual hair situation is.
Yeah, I agree, same. What's some advice that stuck with you that you've been given along the way?
Say yes to everything. Sometimes it feels like you're wasting your time, but whether you want to do it or not, just say yes. Because you end up in places where you meet people that you never would have met. And then every time I go to anything, a class or a workshop or an event, I always leave feeling inspired and motivated to do better. And also learn to blow dry with both hands. I said this yesterday at the workshop. I swear, I wish you need to be a little bit ambidextrous in this industry. I've forced myself to do it in the last year, and I feel like when I swap hands, I definitely look like I've never touched a head of hair in my life. But I'm trying. That's the main thing.
That's it, and you'll just get better and better at it. And then I'll be like, damn you, Emma, because now you'll have like the perfect swooshes at the front.
Yeah.
But even like doing it on myself, I'm like, you end up like this.
So unnatural.
When you're doing it
You've
on
got like
yourself.
7 arms going on. They come out of nowhere.
Do you have any advice for like apprentices or people who want to get into the industry?
That is probably my advice for the apprentices.
Just
say yes
do it,
to everything.
yeah.
Just do everything. Put yourself out there. Don't wait to be asked to do things. Use your initiative. Just do it. Like,
Do the hard things.
you missed that joke.
What?
You missed my joke.
I did. Sorry.
I said just do it. Nike.
Nike.
Nike. Nike. I said Nike or Nike.
That's why I missed it.
Just a language barrier going on here.
The industry is changing in so many ways, and what's something positive of changes that's happening that you see?
Education's back.
Yes.
Or at least it's coming back.
Yeah.
There was a few years there where everything was online, so it's good to see lots of workshops, hands-on workshops for especially the new generation.
Yeah.
Because with TikTok and Instagram and all these how-to videos, I think a lot of people thought that they were getting the education they needed through those videos, and then until actual hands-on education came back,
They really understood the importance of it.
yeah.
Yeah. With these changes, what are some challenges you see the industry facing at the moment?
The cost of living, everything has to go up.
Yeah.
And I think, the biggest challenge is trying to communicate to clients why hairdressers are the price that they are. Because I think a lot of people think that hairdressers are greedy because of the prices, but the price of product, time, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just trying to communicate price to clients is probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah. I guess with TikTok and social media, creatives are quick to like talk us down.
Yeah.
I think they're quick to like jump at us and be like, why are you so expensive?
My thing is, people will go in and spend 10 minutes getting a Botox injections for anything between, I don't know, $400-800 in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And won't question it.
Yeah.
You spend 4 hours in the salon and it's $400 or something, and then
And
there's
it's the time.
questions.
Where do you find your inspiration from?
I get a lot of inspiration from you.
Thank you.
I think just your completely different approach to business, the industry. It's how I would picture myself approaching the industry and a business in the future. And then as far as hair goes, anytime I go to a workshop or a show or hair festival or any event like that, I will always come away having learned at least one thing, and that always, I find that really inspiring. It makes me want to do better. And I'll always try it, see if it works. If it doesn't, move on to the next thing.
Thank you so much for watching our little interview with Emma. I hope you enjoyed getting to know her a little bit more, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.